Great, thank you. So let's go with the patch random. We'll be kind of quick, because I don't think there's too much to say about this patch. And then we go with film. Bitch, yeah, okay, great. So, oh yeah, LeBlanc Rebirth, I love this. I hate like reworking LeBlanc because she was super annoying. The fact that she got wave clear with the W and the Q and everything. And last year she was more of a mage, so now with this new LeBlanc is going to be like, well, all LeBlanc is going to be more of an assassin style. Cool come back to competitive because he's like probably the only assassin that can be played in competitive. So yeah, really happy with this. And she's probably going to be a decent mid laner. I don't know. Like you have to test it. But with how the meta is right now, it could be a really nice pick into Azir, Ryze, and all of that. Ahri, they buff Ahri. Like a nice buff actually, because now we have more damage with E. That's super good. This is decent, although the damage ratio on the I'm not quite sure is useful because how many times are you going to your damage with your ultimate with Ahri? But is like is welcome. The Q change, this is nice. Like yes, you lose the movement speed with Q, so that's going to be harder for you, like to escape because yeah now you need to hit two spells. But you're gaining like this movement speed and the passive, and I don't know. Like I think it's a decent trade-off for all the damage she's gaining on the things. So yeah, Ari got buff. Don't think we're going to see her in competitive again because like Ari's problem is not that she does no damage. I just don't think she's because she's not a great mage. She's not a great assassin. She's not really, it's a safe champion. And if you want a safe champion, you usually just go for Orianna. So I don't know how worth it is to pick Ari. Come on. Yeah. Doc wanted to be out of the room. Doc is out of the room. So yeah, like this is a nice buff, but maybe you can see it. Like some Ari mains or someone that really likes Ari can play. Irelia, base armor up, damage to me up, cooldown up. Okay, they buffed this and they nerfed the ultimate. Irelia is a champion that I know she kind of snowballs really hard and she has a lot of potential, but I have not seen her, so I'm not going to say anything. Like I just have, like I have seen one or two games with Irelia, like kind of in competitive, and I don't really like what I see. But with just because basically looking at the kit, you see a lot of outplay potential, I guess. So maybe she could be kind of a Fiora, but that requires less scaling or more. I'm not quite sure. So I don't know enough about Irelia to actually talk. So I'm not going to do that. I don't think I should be talking if I don't know. Azir, damage to non-primary targets. So this is um like it's decent, but it's not really going to change anything about Azir. He still has the ability to engage from far away, the poke potential in lane, the save because of the E, a shit ton of damage. He still has everything that makes him super strong. Now, right now, I believe that Taliyah is a better mid laner than Azir, but this is not going to affect Azir. If you were to going to pick Azir in a game, you are still going to pick him. This is not going to change that. What this is doing is, because it's to non-primary targets, maybe his ability to push lane will go down because it's like some damage, like it's half damage now. So maybe early game's ability to push wave is going to be hit, and that can make Taliyah become more of a priority because now picking Ryze or Taliyah into Azir maybe can have a bigger impact coming into like the minion wave control, and that can actually be big. So maybe Azir is no longer the safest pick to go, and now you prefer to go Ryze. Well, Ryze is also getting nerfed. Right now I feel Taliyah is the best champion, and with this change to how he can manage minion waves, I think Taliyah will just keep getting stronger and stronger because she doesn't get nerfed. Like what they try to nerf is not really any of her problems. So This is just making Taliyah stronger. This is not making Azir weaker, it's just making Taliyah stronger, if that makes sense. Braum armor growth, he loses 0.5, so he's losing a total of 9, yeah, 9 armor, right? He's losing 9 armor, okay? And resistance granted, oh, no, this is actually big. Like, this change from this to this, because you max Q with Braum, and then if I'm not mistaken, the second you max E probably because you want to have the cooldown. So W, you're like losing 7 resistance, like 7 armor. So this is a nice nerf. It's not going to change Braum, but it's a nice nerf because you're not maxing W. I mean, like 7 armor and resistance is not that big of a deal, but it's a nerf. It's going to be like it's there. Galio, the ultimate nerf. Okay, this is a big nerf because Galio is basically almost his ultimate right now. Whenever you pick Galio, you're thinking about the ultimate, and 20 seconds is like early game 20 seconds. This is not going to matter, but late game this 30 seconds mid game is super big because 30 seconds mid game is like the enemy gets priority over an objective, and 40 seconds is also super big. So this is a kind of a big nerf. But Galio is going to still be played, but this, like the thing about Galio is that with how strong AP items are right now, maybe you want to get an AP mage to abuse that. And if you want a support mid, I think that Karma right now brings the same and is better. And if you want the roam ability, maybe Talia. But Galio is still good, and you're going to be still, like, if a team wants to pick Galio, they can still pick Galio. This is not going to kill Galio. Graves, I think Graves is in a great spot right now, and was in a good spot last patch. So these buffs, this is nice, but this doesn't affecting anything. And this is really good because Graves having ultimate has a big impact because whenever you're going for a siege or anything, the ability to Graves to just or just a duel, the ability to have ultimate is a big factor. Graves with ultimate can actually duel you. Graves without ultimate is going to have a hard time going for the 1v1. On uh You calling it? Yeah, having saying that Graves is going to be picked for like a long time, and the reason why I think he's going to be picked is because his kit functions really like perfectly with a meta that you have no tracker's knife and you're looking constantly just farm scale and have damage, and and that's something that Graves can excel right now. And if you look at tier like junglers right now, before you had like some Lee Sins and some Jarvans, maybe even Rek'Sai, but right now it's Skarner, it's Olaf, it's Trundle, it's Kha'Zix. So Graves is good against almost every single one of them. The only one that I don't know is Kha'Zix, but Graves is good into Trundle, Graves is good into Olaf, Graves is good into Swanny, because he has a lot of mobility, he has the ability to out farm the enemy, and he just gets to farm and be like a super strong champion. And they just kept buffing him patch over patch, and the meta is just going into a path that Graves is going to be super good. And I have been saying that Graves is going to be a strong pick. He's just getting buff and buff, and he's going to be super good. And right now, I think it's just the point where this last buff was just like this buff did not put Graves into the radar. This buff was just okay. With all considering every single buff before, now he's in, and I think that right now race priority is going to go up super high because right now you have these three junglers. You have Trundle, Olaf, and Skarner, right? With basically every game is one of those three. Maybe you see some Sejuanis, maybe you get some Kha'Zix, some Jarvan, but these three right now are the most important ones. And Graves is super good into every single one of them. The only problem is Kha'Zix, but you can easily deal with that, like in the pick and ban phase. And Graves is going to be the next big pick. I'm pretty sure Graves is just, if it's not this patch, maybe next patch. But it's just he's so close to being the TRS pick. And I have been calling that for a long time right now, but I think he's just people are just starting to realize how strong it is to have a jungler in this meta, like Graves as a jungler in this meta that they have not been seeing. Janna, movement speed -5, base damage -5. Yep, this is useless, and I don't know why they're nerfing Janna, because I don't think she's strong. Like, I know she, like, solo queue is super high win ratio, but like, I think it's fine that Janna has a super high win ratio in solo queue, to be honest, because I mean, let's be real. Maybe it's easier with Janna to get into a higher elo, right? But you still need to know how to play that and how to macro. And I think it's still fine. So, I don't see a problem with the champion being just super good coming to solo queue. For example, Twister Fate is another champion that comes to mind when coming to solo queue. Uh, Fate is not really good in competitive right now because of the Champions Kit. Like before, it was super good, but now you have Taliyah, and the game has evolved so much that right now you can like easy constantly kill and camp Twister Fate, and he will be just useless. In a way that Taliyah can just stop that. And I think that's Janna skin kind of this problem in competitive where she doesn't really show how strong she can be, because in competitive it's all about thinking what you're going to do, and Janna is better when your enemies are just like kind of trolling. So I don't think Janna deserves this nerf, even if it's for solo queue. Like, okay, she has super high win ratio. That's fine. I still don't see why is that a problem. And well, this is useless. Okay, this is not going to affect anything. But I don't. I guess what Riot is doing here is putting these nerfs so people believe that Janna got nerfed, and they stop complaining. So maybe it's a good approach. Guys, super strong it is. Phase, okay, nerf. Yeah. So this is nerfing Kai'Sa early game, and maybe like late game. Like late game is not going to affect because she's already overkilling the targets. So you don't care about that. This is just basically affecting early game mostly, and that's still fine because you don't pick Kai'Sa like you are expecting. Like Kai'Sa is the bane of competitive because she's going to lose lane, but you don't care. You just want her to get level 9, and then she starts just killing everyone. That's what happened with us into the game against Newcastle Jaguars, where basically we gave an Irelia like 3-4 kills. They make some mistakes. Kai'Sa gets 2 kills, and she proceeds to snowball super hard and insta kill every single enemy. So yeah, I don't think this is going to change much. Lissandra, oh I love Lissandra. I love this champion. This is one of the champions that I wish that I'm just constant every single patch I'm expecting. Can Lissandra come back? Because I love Lissandra metas. Like in the same way that I hate Graves meta. I fucking hate Graves meta. But I know that he's going to be strong, so I'm calling him to be in the meta. But I hate it. I just find Graves meta boring. I really want Lissandra to come back. So let's see what they did. Cost. Okay. Um, That that's it. I was like I was actually excited to see what they did to Lissandra because I mean I have seen some of the patches, but not. Oh man, that's super sad. Ah fuck. So this is useless. Because like okay, the stem mana what means like in a laning phase you're going to get one free Q now, which one not one free Q but one extra Q. So I mean with one Q you're not getting priority in lane. And the ultimate is getting 10. I mean this is good, but I mean like yes, Lissandra is one of those champions that you want to use the ultimate, right? So you're if they are the cooldown is getting lower, that's super good. But 10 seconds early game. The thing is Lissandra can be hard to set up a play because of the Champions Kit. While areas like Galio is super easy to set up a play with the ultimate, right? You just go in, you overextend, Galio uses ultimate, and you get your play. Lissandra, you need to set up so she can either TP or use the E over a wall in a certain way that she then can get there and use it. Alright? On a 10 seconds less, it's not going to matter because like it's this the situations where you are actually going to be able to abuse this 10 seconds are so low. You need to play it like this Alessandra comp so perfect to actually use that is not you're not going people are not going to practice that. And then 5 second level 2, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? Like mid game is the part where you really want to use hard CC. But oh wait, I couldn't. Let me see. Wait, why are you fucking using your crash icon on my stream? How can I stop that actually? Damn it. Um. Anyway, super sad because this change with Lysander is not going to affect anything. I mean, it's 5 seconds. This is a fucking joke. Mid game is when you want to hard abuse Lysandra ultimate. Oh god, please properly buff Lysandra. I really want Lysandra back. Nautilus, base mana, base, cooldown down. Well, maybe, I mean, I have seen some Nautilus support. In the top lane, I don't think he can go because he has so many counters. Okay. Price, E. So yeah, they increase the cost. I don't know how this is actually going to affect, because this could mean that um his wave control is going down by a lot. I don't know like how many E's he needs or he uses during a laning phase. I'm guessing it's quite a lot. I don't know, this can be a big nerf to Rise. It's like obviously hurting his like ability to control mini waves. And again, they are nerfing Azir on Rise, so this is just a buff to Taliyah. Taliyah is getting so high in priority right now. Like Azir's nerf, Rise is getting nerfed, Taliyah is just getting super hard. Galio was nerfed, the ultimate a bit, so Taliyah is getting higher and higher. Oh god, this is under. Oh god. So yeah, Sion. This and base damage. Yeah, they nerfed the Q. Fine. He's like decent, like mid tier, like high mid tier, and now he's going to be like mid high tier. He's just going to change that, so it's still good. Time Genji remove. Tank no longer gets movement speed while moves towards enemy champions with a. And this is a nice nerf. It's not going to kill Champ Genji, but it's obviously going to affect him. And this is like a big nerf. Like this is a lot of HP that he's losing. So yeah, we really need to be. You're going to need to be. You are going to be careful with Time Genji HP when you play him now. And I think it's a decent nerf. Time Genji is still going to be good, basically because of the kit. It's like the reason why Time Genji is super good is because the kit, not this. Doesn't really like because he's super good in Braum, he's good in Alistar. So Taliyah. Health, he's losing 30. No, doesn't matter. And Q, they're like the cooldown is 2 seconds longer, but like level 3 is only 1 second. And level 4 only 0.5. So basically this is useless because Taliyah is already like Taliyah maxes Q, so it's only level 1 that is affecting you. And like if you're losing wave like lane priority because of this, it means that you're a terrible Taliyah player. So yeah, don't blame it on the nerf though. If these 2 seconds are going to make you lose priority in lane with Taliyah, it's because you're just a terrible, terrible Taliyah player. Varus, oh, this is an interesting change. So they nerf the attack speed, and when champion kill a minion kill, that's okay. I think this is fair because Varus was super strong. And then W, they are bringing an active that when you hit Q, well, I'm guessing this is you have to activate it, yeah. And when you hit the next Q, deals additional damage. But what I'm not understanding here is that is there a cooldown? Like there's a 40 seconds activate like the active, but if I press W in base, can I walk to lane? And when I hit my first Q, automatically procs this, or do I have a time like at a window of time where I need to hit my Q. I'm not quite sure how that works, but anyway, this is a buff because you're just getting like this is 5 damage less, this like this is more damage. The only problem here is that on hit will Varus is kind of getting nerfed. So what this means is maybe Varus could continue being like top tier, but more of a poke style build. Maybe as a lethality build, maybe as yes, maybe lethality build. Because clearly they want to nerf the on hit with Ginsus. Because even after the Ginsu rework, you still go Ginsu first item because it's cheaper and it's still super good. So yes, let's see how Varus develops. His is going to still be super good. Bye. Base armor and passive. This is a good buff. This is super good, and this is a, so the thing about Bai and her main problem coming into competitive is like she could come back as a pseudo Jarvan because Jarvan is like super bad right now, so maybe Bai could work in that sense as a pseudo Jarvan. But I'm not quite sure because her problem is that she's super easy, like she's so telegraphed to see what she's going to do and to counter that. So maybe some teams could be trying something, right? If you're a good buy player, maybe this will actually help you like help you play her and maybe play her in like competitive. But otherwise, I don't think we are going to see teams just starting to pick buy because she's super strong. Okay, Shaya, base cell regeneration. Uh, I don't think this matters at all. Rek'Sai, I guess some update. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Items. Mana to ability power conversion. This is big. Oh, it changes on serve. Okay. Yeah, this is big. Mana to ability. Yeah, this is going to make like them lose quite a lot AP. Like every mid laner, but because every mid laner builds this, is not really going to matter. But it's like little tempo, get buffs, like Dark Harvest. Get oh yeah, this is it's currently a bit more complicated than it needs to be. How is complicated to swap trinkets? Like the decision making around trinket swaps is currently a bit more complicated. Like what? Anyway, removing sweeping lanes is only going to matter in a really low amount of time, so I don't think it really affects. And this change is actually useless too because you're never going to pick this at level 1. You will like maybe junglers will now get it at level like 5 or and then you still need like level 6, something like that. And like the difference between this and level 5, 6 is not really going to change that much. This is the big part actually. Because now you can swap whenever you want trinket and not losing the cooldown. This is great. Why? Because suppose that you are a losing team, and maybe you had a blue trinket because you were losing, and now you're going to start winning and you want your yellow trinket back. Before you will get like a penalty for swapping trinket. Now you're not going to get a penalty, so that's super good for you. This is just going to help your team. And if you were ahead and now you're going to be behind, at your yellow trinket, you can swap it to blue trinket at any moment. So this is a good change. I think it's almost start, so this is not going to matter. Bug fixes and uh, uh, um, seriously. Uh, I don't know. I guess it's a decent skin. I don't play the game. Buy it if you play Virus. I don't know. Okay. And these things. So we're all really happy with the well, like we're going like all this is like most of the buffs and everything are just how you call it. Well, that's useless. Okay, they're just for you to try new things. So I like the LeBlanc change. I like the Ari change. I think Graves is going to be back to meta like super soon. I think I wish Lissandra could be meta, and Talia is the best mid laner right now by far. Talia is um, I will say Talia is first pick worthy. Like seriously, unless LeBlanc or Ari are so fucking strong that they can solo kill constantly Talia over and over again, or there's another champion that can do that constantly, Talia is almost solo first pick worthy. Because you first pick Talia, the enemy probably gets Olaf, which is good into Talia, but then you just get Trundle or Graves, counters Olaf, like and it gets priority over Olaf, I mean, and you just win that. So yes, it was a fine patch. Like some nerfs, like mostly nerfs, but kind of useless nerfs. So yes, that was kind of all of the patch rundown. Aram, can you fix broken champion calendar? Master is so broken. What the? Wait, what? What the actual fuck? You destroyed Ari. Her damage now is very underrated. Her passive is worthless. Her laning phase is even weaker because she can't escape enemy ganks or trade distantly. Her extra mess now needs two skills to be proceed. If you're getting ganked, hitting two skills should be easy. But okay. And to do that I have to get too close to a Lux or a Cinder or a LeBlanc who's hiding behind her. And as for her, he is not the worst thing in the world. But for facts, I read what you did to her just buffer. She was like, if you're getting ganked, I'm quite sure it's easy just to hit QW into the enemy jungler. Like E, W. Like, you really need two. So I don't think in that aspect it's actually going to matter. Maybe me. Her laning phase is even weaker. LeBlanc is not. Red with got her boost now. She combo deals. Um, wait. What? I don't know the damage of LeBlanc, but I'm guessing it's. Anyway, let me put some ABC music, and we will start with William Pabs soon. See you guys in 5 minutes.